Welcome to Resto-Rat. My name is Sam Wilson, and I'm here at Sam's Antique Motors, just outside of LaGrange, Texas, in the bar. And most of my friends call this Sammy's Shine Up Shop. So we're about to create a series of videos for the frame-off restoration of a 1972 Chevrolet Highlander. This is a pretty rare one-year-only option offered truck. It's a high option package with the promotional C on the SPID. The truck's, for the most part, an original truck. We believe it's got the original paint, and pretty much everything that came on the truck is still on the truck, pretty much unadulterated. So it should be a really nice truck to do. We're going to do this start to finish, and so we're probably going to have some long videos and maybe even some time lapse to speed some of those up. We may have some short videos. We're going to do our best to just create a really technical how-to on a lot of aspects of the restoration process, and it should be an interesting series to watch once we get done. I think this is going to be about a 6-month-long project, and probably involves 600 to 800 hours of labor to do it. We'll be doing the paint work and just about all the mechanical work ourselves. We've built a budget for the project, and we think it's about $30,000 in parts. We think it's about $30,000 in labor. And like I said, it'd probably take about 6 months to get it completed. Now, I've been doing restoration work since I was about 13 years old, and I'm now 58. So that's a long time. Malcolm Gladwell, in his book Outliers, says it takes about 10,000 hours to master a subject. Since I've been doing this, I've built about 24 cars, boats, motorcycles, even did some work on an airplane I once owned. And I added all that up, and I've had about 7,500 hours of restoration work on projects. So I'm about 3/4 of the way there to mastering it. So still got a lot to learn, but I generally have gotten to where I'm pretty proficient at some of these restoration projects. We're going to do this project to the original specifications. We're going to probably put a couple of resto mod improvements on it just for drivability. Probably put front disc brakes on it. We may tighten up the suspension a little bit, but for the most part, we're going to put it back to the original specs. Part of my philosophy on restoration work is that over the years I've noticed a lot of shops that really do a poor job at the business of restoration. They may be really good at doing custom work, and they may be really good at paint work and building really nice cars, but when it comes to the business aspects of running the shop, generally what I've observed is some pretty poor management capabilities. So that results in really expensive projects. It results in projects being inefficient, almost always misses a deadline, and that's not good for anybody. So we're going to try to run this project really as efficiently as we can and document it all along the way. We'll be tracking our time and our invoices so we get a real picture, accurate picture of what it takes to do this kind of a project. We're going to start that with a methodical disassembly process where we're going to bag and tag all the parts. As we do that, we'll identify any parts that we need for the project, and we'll go ahead and get those ordered up all at one time at the start of the project so we have them on hand. When you make a larger order like that, you generally get free shipping, and you can generally leverage somewhere between 15 and 20 or 25% discount from the major parts houses. So on a project of this scale, that represents a real savings. So we'll be doing that. We're going to document the process, and then we're going to send everything off that we're going to send off. So any of the chrome work, we'll organize that up front. We'll send the radiator out to be reworked and recored. We'll send the motor out to get that long block built on the motor. And then we'll get the upholstery organized. We're going to put it back with the special Highlander plaid upholstery, so we'll get that ready to send out to the upholstery shop. So we'll get everything sent off. While we're waiting on that to come back, we'll be restoring and working on the body work on the vehicle. We're going to disassemble the body in total we're going to bring in an off-site sandblaster, our friends over at Danny Kerr Sandblasting, and they'll come in. We'll sandblast here at Sam's Antique Motors all the components, put them in primer. We'll check the frame, make sure the frame's straight, and then we'll reassemble the car in primer. And in that process, we'll get everything lined up. Then we'll drill all the mounting holes so we know exactly how to reline it up, and then we'll go disassemble it again and go straight into the paint work to really get it back to its original white and orange color scheme. And then at that point, we'll reassemble the whole truck for the final process. So it should be a really informative series. I founded Resto-Rat, which is a mobile application, and my friend Gaurav Singla helped produce this. It's been available on the iOS and Android platform for about almost 3 years. We'll be using that throughout the process as well to organize our parts, track the invoices, track our time, and manage the photo imagery that we capture on this restoration effort. So if you think an application like that may be of help to you, you can go to the website www.resto-rat.com, and you can pull a full download, full functionality for free, load it on your mobile device, and see how it works for you. So with that, we're going to wrap this up. We'll get ready for the next segment, which is going to be a walk around on the car before we disassemble it. Be sure you subscribe to the channel if you think you'll be interested in this kind of video information, and keep watching for future projects. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next segment.
Download the Resto-Rat app today to begin managing, tracking, and documenting your restoration project.